Hey everyone, I took a bunch of random Punisher comics off my shelf over there, and I'm going to talk about each of them. So first up, here's Space Punisher. Yeah, anybody out there remember Space Punisher? It was this really weird comic miniseries, let's see, 1 through 5? It's pretty thin for 5 issues, like, okay, whatever. Anyway, it was this weird reimagining of Punisher where he's a space vigilante thing, and there's a bunch of other Marvel characters who are also weird alien or astronaut themed, and it was something. And right here is the first issue of Marvel Knights Punisher. Now, I have the paperback of this, but I kept the first issue because there's a really funny thing at the beginning. Let's see, there's like a little... There it is. There's a little recap thing here. Let's see. Having returned to his vigilante mission in New York, the Punisher sulked. Sulked. They made a typo. The mistakenly accused murder of Kazar, Lord of the Savage Land. After a brutal struggle on the rooftops of the city, Frank realized that Kazar was innocent and disappeared. And now you know everything you need to know about the Punisher. It's such a bizarre thing to include. Like, what? I guess that it's because that was his most recent appearance, was a guest appearance in the Kazar comic or something, but why did they think that was necessary to include in this semi-reboot of the character? Like, Marvel didn't know this incarnation of the Punisher wasn't going to last. They thought, like, this was going to be the Punisher going forward for however long. Maybe they intended to turn him back at some point, but at the moment, it was this guy. It was only the intense backlash that this Punisher didn't have a very long tenure. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure they wanted to reach out to a new audience with Punisher, but that's not a very good introduction to the character. It doesn't even mention what his motivations are. So yeah, very peculiar to include that, and I can understand why it was left out of the paperback, because it's so irrelevant. And it does make me want to find that Kazar comic that he guest starred in. Okay, this is a really, really cool and weird thing. The Punisher, a man called Frank, or named Frank. It's a Western reimagining of Punisher. Yeah, we had the space sci-fi reimagining. Here's if Punisher was, in a Sergio Leone movie. I guess why not? It was really good. I don't remember specifics, but I do remember really liking it. Okay, and here we got Daredevil / Punisher 7th Circle. Let's see, this was another miniseries collection thing, and I don't remember a thing about this. I remember reading it and thinking it was kind of boring. So, there's that, I guess. Oh yeah, and here's, what is... Okay, which is first? Okay. Punisher Ghosts. Ghosts of Innocence, okay. So this was a 2-part, like, paperback exclusive series. Yeah, back in the 80s and 90s, Punisher was so popular, he was going in, like, 3 or 4 different comic series at once. He was making guest appearances everywhere. And on top of that, there were paperback, like, exclusive paperbacks. These weren't collections of the individual comics. These were their own original stories. And they were pretty cool from what I remember. I haven't read this in years, so I don't... Let's see. Like, I'm flipping through. It looks good. Like, the artwork's good. The action's good. He's shooting bad guys. This one has Kingpin in it, apparently. Yeah, look... Oh, what was that? Somebody on train tracks there. Getting hit by a... Okay. That reminded me of the 2004 movie, the way, Saint's wife dies at the end. And here we got, let's see, Punisher and Captain America, Blood and Glory. I can't find if this is, like, part of a 2-part or not. let's see. Regardless, I don't have any others, although I think there might have been an... Oh, there it is. Book 1 of 3 down there in the corner. So there were more of these, but I think this is the only one of these Captain America Punisher comics that I have. And, again, I don't remember anything. Probably in part due to I don't have the whole story, so it left my memory pretty quickly. Okay, now this is a really big thing. Punisher POV. This was a really big multi-part, like, paperback exclusive story, and I don't really know why. The story, from what I remember, is it's pretty, like, it's pretty average. It's like, yeah, it's like one big overarching story. I remember there's like a weird, gross guy in it who's like eating people or something. I don't remember exactly what the story is. Oh, that was something with these paperback stories. They could do things that the comics couldn't. The comics were still limited by the Comics Code rules, and there was also just common standards and practices they had to follow. But with the paperback collections, they were able to go outside of that and do things that they couldn't typically do in the comic. Okay, and here we got the Punisher Enemy Quarter, which is, I think, one of the very last of the paperbacks that I bought. And I don't remember a thing about it. I do remember reading this. I like the cover. He's on a camel there. That's neat. And I don't remember a thing about this, unfortunately. And here's oh, there we go. Punisher and Batman. Frickin' awesome. Weirdly, this is the first one. Yeah, Batman Punisher. Okay, so this one's Batman Punisher. This one's Punisher Batman. Big difference. And cool thing, this one was, let's see, had a little certificate of authenticity because it was autographed somewhere. Oh, there it is. It's right there and right there, autographed. Yay. I didn't get it because it was autographed. I got it because I wanted this comic, and I was surprised to see it was actually autographed because it was only $1. Weird. So anyway, it's... yeah, Punisher not meeting Bruce Wayne Batman. He meets this other guy, this really colorful looking guy who I think it might have been Spawn inspired. There was like a specific panel in this that like really made me think of Spawn. Oh, there it is. Like that looks straight out of Spawn. If this wasn't an influence on Spawn, oh yeah, and this especially. This guy in the cape there with the pointy thing. It must have been Spawn inspired. I can't imagine they would have just done that on their own with a character like Batman. And then the second one is the one where he meets the real Batman, Bruce Wayne, and this one is really, really cool. I remember quite a bit more about this story than that one. And then here we got Ghost Rider, Wolverine, and Punisher. Yeah. And I think this got re-released a few times, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, and here's another one. Ghost Rider, Wolverine, Punisher. Are these the same things? Oh, okay, so yeah, these are different. This one's Hearts of Darkness, and this one is The Dark Design. So, I don't remember a thing about these either. This one I think I have in a collection somewhere, but I kept the paperback for some reason, so there must be something different about it, but I don't remember what. A lot of these comics I haven't gone through in years. Punisher Bloodline, or Bloodlines. This was, I think, one of the very first paperback exclusive Punisher things I ever bought. Don't remember much about... like, I'm flipping through and memories are coming back. I remember the artwork and, yeah, vague memories of this. Oh, this is cool. The Punisher movie special. Yeah, the Dolph Lundgren movie got an adaptation. That was really neat. And it was actually a really good adaptation. Although, it's weird because the movie kind of just feels like a typical Punisher story. Like, make a few slight alterations, and yeah, it's a Punisher story. But the comic doubled down on the things they changed, specifically Frank's origin. One of the reasons for that is this was based off the director's cut of the movie, which was going to be the original cut, but then it was cut down, and one of the things that was cut out was, I believe, a lot of the origin stuff. The stuff with Frank and his family was mostly excised from the movie. But this has a lot of that stuff still in there. And then here we got Punisher: The Prize. Don't remember anything about this one either. No Escape. This one I think also was like in a collection. I don't know, I have to go through all my Punisher paperbacks, like the collection paperbacks up there, and see if I can find this. I'm sure there was a reason why I kept this. I don't... It might have just been I got that long after... Because this I had since I was a teenager. A lot of the collections I've only just started to get now as an adult. And then here we go. Oh, another Daredevil and Punisher, and this one is an older one, which probably means it's better. Oh, Frank Miller wrote this. What? Okay, yeah, Frank Miller, story and art layouts. Huh. Writing assist on pages 15 through 36, Roger McKenzie. Oh yeah, I'm remembering this now. I'm flipping through. Okay, and this was actually a collection of comics. This wasn't actually a paperback exclusive story. It was a collection of some appearances Punisher made in the Daredevil comic. So that was cool to look through and reminisce about all these Punisher comics, and that's all the ones I have right on hand. So that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.